Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3 and this is episode 19 of Season 4 of our FIFA 12 Sunderland Manager Mode commentary, and we are still in the month of April and we have an absolutely huge match this episode, our quarter-final match in the Champions League against Real Madrid. Last episode we won 2-1 over them, so we need to win the match or draw the match to go through to the semi-finals of the Champions League, and our other two matches for this episode is a home game against Nottingham Forest, should be an easy 3 points there, and lastly we have another home game in the Premier League against Chelsea, which is a reasonably tough match in the top 4. But looking at the Premier League table, and we are in second place with 69 points, 4 points behind the table toppers Manchester City. So if we do want to challenge for the Premier League title, we are going to have to play catch up very quickly if we want to have any chance of actually winning the Premier League. But at this point in time, my highest priority is getting to the semi-final of the Champions League, because that would be a huge accomplishment. I know coming as high as possible in the Premier League would also be a huge accomplishment, but just imagine getting to the semi-finals of the Champions League. That would just be incredible. So having a look at the squad report here, and a lot of players haven't progressed at all since I last showed you the squad report, which was about 3 episodes ago. A lot of players have just either stayed exactly the same or have slightly improved, but not actually improved on their overall. You know, you got Angelo Ogbonna, he's slightly improved but hasn't gone up in his overall like a number of other players. So looking at goal of the episode now from last episode, and it was the Xherdan Shaqiri goal against Real Madrid, where he broke down the flank, takes it inside the defender, cuts inside, and then finesses past Iker Casillas perfectly. So thank you guys for leaving a comment on that. But just before we go into our match against Real Madrid, we have quite a lot of injuries as we got last episode. Lucas Podolski is out, and also Alan Zagoyev is out, so that's an absolutely terrible blow. And after playing that match against Liverpool, a lot of my players are completely fatigued and a lot of my players are completely out of stamina, so I have to play some other players. Players like Fernandinho have to be on the subs bench, and hopefully I can bring them on at like half time or something, because my players are completely out of stamina. So this match is crucially important. If I win this match, we are in the semi-finals, and that'd just be an absolute dream accomplishment in FIFA 12, because, you know, I've never done anything like that before. We had a good chance early on with James Milner, as you just saw. Gonzalo Higuain had a good shot there. Courtois did manage to catch it. A little bit of a spectacular save, a little bit of a Hollywood save, really. Didn't really have to make that much of an effort. That was more like it, though. Just caught the header there from Sergio Canales, but it just seemed a pattern was emerging. I couldn't hold on to the ball at all, and Real Madrid were just on the attack constantly. It was attack after attack, and a terrible punch out there goes to Sergio Canales, and oh my god, what a terrible penalty to give away. And I'm giving away so many penalties recently, and Bamba, what are you doing? I thought I had the ball there. I know it's my own mistake. I thought I had the ball. I thought I could clear it out because I was in possession. But in the end, I hack out Sergio Canales, and Ronaldo puts Real Madrid ahead 1-0, and on aggregate drawing 2-2. So on away goals, Real Madrid are actually going through, so I have to get back into this match. I have to have a lot more chances, but Real Madrid were just all over me. Ronaldo with the shot that just went wide of the post. Courtois can see it out of trouble, but it was just a complete Real Madrid domination, and I can't believe I've given away another penalty. That, in fairness, the other penalty was a definite penalty. This, though, is a fantastic tackle from Ogbonna. Look at that, as clean as you like on the replay there, as clean as you like tackle, and it's given away as a penalty. And Ronaldo yet again steps up. Courtois goes the right direction yet again, but can't get close to it, and it's 2-0 Madrid, and it's in one fell swoop through 2 terrible penalties. The match has been completely turned on its head, and at half-time, just look at my players. They're out of stamina. Not completely. A few players can keep going for a little bit longer, but I had to make some substitutions. Fernandinho and Amel Furtado come on for Yunus Belhanda and Xherdan Shaqiri. They were completely out of stamina, and I just have to get back into this match. I have to turn this around, because 2-0 was just, I couldn't believe it at all. But a pretty good cross in there almost comes to Fernandinho. It was a great cross, and Fernandinho almost came close to getting us back into the match. But Real Madrid on the attack yet again. Sergio Canales playing through Gonzalo Higuain, and 3-0. What can you do about that? Just smashed it in. Courtois didn't even get close to it, couldn't do anything about it. He just smashed it into the bottom hand corner, and Real Madrid 3-0 up. 4-2 on aggregate. Just, I totally didn't see this coming. I thought this was going to be it. I thought we were going to be in the semi-final, but we've just been completely turned completely on his head. I couldn't believe this was happening, and James McClean had a chance here just on the finesse, and I had to get back into this match, and it was coming closer and closer towards the end, and Obona with a really important tackle there starts the counter-attack. Fernandinho running through, not too many options, but he lays it off to Kevin Gamera. Just have to get something here, any chance at all, and it'll be brilliant. But James Milner steps up and scores to give us some hope in this match to make it 3-1. Some really nice passing there, some great play leading up to it, and a great finish there from James Milner to give us hope. So now I just need to get the ball, and any chance I have, I am sure I will be able to score it. But Morata, I'm not really sure who he is. I've never heard of him before. We give away another penalty, 3 penalties in one match. I was having a terrible time defending, and in fairness, I went in prematurely with the tackle, and then the player just jumps over it, and Ronaldo has his chance to complete his hat-trick and tries the chip and screws it up. And this was basically FIFA telling me, go on, if you have a chance, you will score this. And unfortunately I couldn't get the ball. Real Madrid were just holding on to it constantly, and unfortunately it did end 3-1 at full time, and on aggregate 4-3 to Real Madrid. So we are out of the Champions League. I was utterly devastated. I really thought I would be able to go through to the semi-final, but in the semi-final matches it is FC Porto against Real Madrid and Man United versus Munich. So some very exciting matches there, but I reckon against FC Porto I could have probably gone ahead of them and gone into the final. I couldn't believe I'd thrown away the opportunity. But no matter now, it is all about the Premier League. It is about the Premier League title now. The Champions League dream is over. So on to our next match now against Nottingham Forest. And I know that only 3 points will be enough here. We have to absolutely thrash them and get as close as we can to Real Madrid. Podolski looks up and he plays through Oxlade-Chamberlain. I'm not going to do anything fancy here, just going to put it in the back of the net, and Oxlade-Chamberlain in the 3rd minute gets us off to a good start. Really just a casual finesse there, don't want to try anything fancy, just in the back of the net and carry on the attack. This time Xherdan Shaqiri through and goal. He has actually recovered from the match against Real Madrid. We had a very long period of time to recover, so everyone's stamina is completely up now. We haven't got any excuses for underperforming. It is all about getting the 3 points now. Lucas Podolski now trying for the shot, came pretty close there, just went wide of the post, and this time on the attack yet again Nottingham Forest just didn't have a chance. They just couldn't even get out of their own half even. Oxlade-Chamberlain gets completely taken out of there, and after giving away so many penalties, I finally have my own penalty, and Lucas Podolski, I think every penalty he's had, he has scored it. He is so clinical from the penalty spot, and we go 2-0 up, and it seemed as though this happens in every single time I play FIFA. As soon as I score a goal, the opposing team actually starts playing. And it happens in every time I play, but they had their chance. It was an awful header, in fairness. And Lucas Podolski through and goal. Is he going to score? He does score, but it is offside. Some great passing leading up to it, but unfortunately he was just offside there. That would have been a really classy goal there. But what was Jonathan Greening? Just completely went through all my defence. They couldn't even hold him. That was pretty specialist stuff then from Jonathan Greening, but in the end the shot was pretty awful. And Oxlade-Chamberlain just on the stroke of half time. Please do something more with that. I tell you to hit the ball with your foot and you header it straight into the goalkeeper's arms. But regardless, I knew that we were going to have a lot more chances in this match. We were going to be able to score a lot more goals. But in the second half, Nottingham Forest actually started off attacking a lot more than I expected. Amir Cohen is going to get the ball in a second. Here's Amir Cohen now, and here's the shot. Just went wide. It was a pretty terrible shot, but I sort of felt that the tide was changing, that all the momentum was starting to go with Nottingham Forest. So I had to make a couple of changes, but Kevin Gamera picking up the ball, some pretty nice play there with Yunus Belhanda, and then tries for the shot. It is straight at the keeper. Maybe I should have tried looking for some other players, maybe trying to pass it across, but I was just thinking about trying to score a goal here. But in the 83rd minute, there weren't too many chances in the second half, if I am honest. But of course, the sweaty goal there from Matt Derbyshire to get Nottingham Forest back in the match, and it's quite frustrating when you can't take your chances and then the opposition just get the chances. And after they got 2-1 back into the match, oh my god, I honestly thought they were going to equalise chance after chance. Kabir hits the post there. I think El Kabir is actually a really quality player, has a load of potential, but I'm not really too sure. And then they have another chance, a great save by Courtois, and why did he not shoot there? Straight into Courtois' arms. I was so thankful, and at full time it was 2-1 to Sunderland, so I was just happy to get the 3 points there. And so on to our third and final match now against Chelsea, and after cutting it so close against Nottingham Forest and them having so many opportunities towards the end of the match to equalise. I wasn't feeling too confident against Chelsea, and Chelsea are most definitely a class above Nottingham Forest, so I knew I had to be careful and be on my guard just in case Chelsea were actually to start off pretty well against me. But we got off to a good start. Williams with the shot, a good save by Cech, and it goes out for a corner. Xherdan Shaqiri with the ball in, Obona in the area, good header and just cleared off the line there. Really unfortunate not to take the lead there. I honestly thought that we were going to go 1-0 up, but we kept on the pressure. Kevin Gamera lays it off to James Milner, and a really good shot there yet again. Cech on form, keeping out of play, but what a ball that was from Oxlade-Chamberlain, playing through Xherdan Shaqiri. But David Luiz is a very quick player, and even though Xherdan Shaqiri is quick, I didn't have too many options, just tried to finesse it, and Cech made another good save, and then James Milner with a shot just outside the area, and that was a really good shot, came really close there. And we just had so many opportunities, so many chances. This time Kevin Gamera had a header, just went over the bar, and then there weren't too many opportunities. But in the 43rd minute, Kevin Gamera, a little bit of luck there, tries for the finesse, it comes off the post. And so many chances, and I didn't take any of them. I was a bit unfortunate how one of them headed off the line. I hit the post with another one, but just I can't believe I didn't take any of those opportunities. But Xherdan Shaqiri breaking away down the middle and hits the post and comes off Petr Cech, just like the goal we scored against Newcastle. So lucky there, and after being so unlucky in the first half, I felt that I did deserve the goal, that justice had been done there. But after I scored a goal, Chelsea finally started playing, as of course the AI do. As soon as you score a goal, the opposition think, okay, now it's time to start playing properly. They've completely dominated me, but now it's time to get out all the skills, and that was some great footwork there from Ozil, and in the end the shot just saved by Courtois just to keep it out. And I decided to bring on Amalfitano for James Milner, as his stamina wasn't looking too good, and I just wanted to keep this 1-0 lead, to be honest. Chelsea on the attack once again, cleared up by Nathaniel Klein, and you know us coming the counter-attack. Oxlade-Chamberlain playing through, Amalfitano on the flank, spots Kevin Gamera in the centre, picks him out, and a great finish from Kevin Gamera to nutmeg Petr Cech to put us 2-0 ahead. And that was a brilliant finish from Kevin Gamera, a really good through ball as well from Amalfitano, so it was a pretty successful substitution. But look at that through ball to Kaka, a beautiful through ball, and then another great finish there, this time from Kaka, to put Chelsea back into the match. And look at that reverse pass, that was absolutely fantastic, just completely split open my defence. So I decided to bring on Fernandinho for Xherdan Shaqiri, who hadn't really been that effective this match. He hadn't really had much of an impact, and Kevin Gamera, through on goal, just chips it over Cech, and that, my friends, is a fantastic goal. I love it when I chip it over the keeper, and the way that it's just so casual, just chips it over Cech. I had to see another replay of this, and look at that, that was absolutely perfect, just chipped over Petr Cech there perfectly. And after that, Chelsea just seemed to collapse. They just seemed to think, right, well, it's over now, let's just try and keep it at a respectable number, and they give away a penalty. Amalfitano, it is, I'm not really sure, David Luiz sort of just gets ahead of him and then just sort of shoves him over, but Kevin Gamera steps up and this time chips down the middle to get his hat-trick. I think that's his hat-trick anyway, yes it is, and a really cheeky finish there. And at 4-1, I was completely surprised by this. I wasn't expecting this whatsoever, and a little bit of luck here, comes out to Kevin Gamero, and a very clinical finish to put it in the bottom corner, and to make it 5-1. And I know people are going to be saying, oh, it's so unrealistic, but when a team collapses like that, just has a catastrophic collapse, what can you say what happens? They were getting back into the match, and then all of a sudden they just collapsed, and I give away a really stupid penalty there. It was a penalty, and a good save from Courtois keeps out Angel Di Maria, and that pretty much summed up Chelsea in the second half. They had their chance, and they could not take it, and at full time it finished 5-1 to Sunderland against Chelsea, so a really surprise result there. And looking at some other results here, Manchester City and Liverpool dropped points, and Derby County and Arsenal dropped points, so a really successful match there for me there. And I actually am level on points with Manchester City on 75 points with only 4 matches left to play, so it's really going to get exciting towards the end of the season now, so can we look forward to that the next episode. But now for goal of the episode, and first we have the James Milner goal against Real Madrid. I know, although it got us back into the match, we didn't go on to then equalise an aggregate, but it was a really nice passing movement leading up to it. And now we have the Kevin Gamera goal against Chelsea, that beautiful chip. I love chips so much, I just think they're so a perfect goal really sometimes. So if you guys can leave a comment on that, on which one you think should be goal of the episode. And now for player of the episode, and I'm going to have to give it to Kevin Gamera. He just had an absolutely great match against Chelsea, and he's hit all his goals that he scored were pretty much just quality goals really. So thank you guys for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, if you could leave a thumbs up, because that would be greatly appreciated. And, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.